They had something that was screen shared. What you see on
Brian, I think we're like live, like they can hear you. Our audio is on. And we're outside because it's exciting to be the last day of the school year, and also because graduation is going to be out here this evening for 8th grade. And so you can see we've set up some stuff. It looks very different than it normally does, and so we're also getting a little bit of a chance to run through things and make sure that everything works before graduation tonight. So I hope you're doing all right. And we're going to start by singing a couple songs, and hopefully you can hear us and we don't sweat to death while we're singing. Our first song is going to be
You're My Brother.
You're My Brother. All right. You're my brother, you're my friend, my beginning and my end, all around me as the world turns and walks away. You're my sunshine on a cloudy day, you're
the rain to wash my tears away. I can always count on you. You're my brother, you're my sister, you're my friend.
Find someone else, maybe. Might be someone else in your house.
You're my brother, you're my friend, my beginning and my end. All around me as the world turns and walks away. You're my sunshine on a cloudy day. You're the rain to wash my tears away. I can always count on you. You're my brother, you're my sister, you're my friend. You're my brother, you're my friend, my beginning and my end. All around me as the world turns and walks away. You're my sunshine on a cloudy day. You're the rain to wash my tears away. I can always count on you. You're my brother, you're my sister, you're my friend.
All right. Nice job, everyone. Who's excited about the last day of school? Yeah. Yeah. It's exciting. It's been a long school year. It's been kind of a weird, crazy school year, but we're excited to get here all the way to the end. And there's something else we like. Miss Anderson was eating a banana this morning.
I actually was. Maybe that's why I picked this song.
I'm telling you, I packed a banana in my bag. I haven't eaten it yet, but it's here. So we're going to sing I Like Bananas.
I like bananas. I like bananas. I think that mangoes are sweet. I like papayas, but nothing can beat that sweet love of God. While I was walking around in circles going 5 miles an hour, trying to find my way back to my heavenly Father. The world tasted sweet, but then it turned sour. Then I let him in, I received his power. I like bananas. I think that mangoes are sweet, and I like papayas. But nothing can beat that sweet love of God. The sweet love of God. I like bananas. I think the mangoes are sweet. I like papayas, but nothing can beat that sweet love of God.
All right. Speaking of mangoes, I got some really yummy mangoes about a week ago from the Laxon family. They were very sweet.
That's the next song. I like mangoes.
Yeah, that's a different one. All right. So this morning, I wanted to, and by the way, thank you to Miss Anderson for playing for Assembly this whole year and playing for our assemblies even when we've been doing them during the quarantine and the last quarter of the school year, coming to the school and doing them. It's been amazing. And it's kind of tough singing outside. It's kind of weird. The acoustics are bad in the gym. They're even worse outside. So this morning, I'm off track already, and as we just remember the promise that comes to us in our theme for this year. And so our verse for this year has been Joshua 1:9 that says, "Be strong and courageous." But actually at the first assembly, might have been the second assembly of the year, I mentioned that verse is repeated, or those words are repeated other places in the Bible, and one of them comes from Deuteronomy 31:6. And I wanted to read that for you this morning, and I'm claiming that promise right now, and I hope that you are too as we go through this unprecedented thing we've been going through, and it's been hard to do school from home, and it's been hard to not be doing the things that we normally do and not being able to see our friends, we can claim this promise. Deuteronomy 31:6 says, "Be strong and courageous, fear them not, neither be afraid of them. For Jehovah thy God, he is that goeth with thee. He will not leave thee, nor forsake thee." That promise that God, Jehovah, will go with us. It has been very lonely for people that are huggers. It's been lonely because they don't get their hugs, and it makes sense to not give hugs right now as we're worried about some of these things that we're worried about. But we can claim this promise from Deuteronomy that says that Jehovah, God, is with us. Even when we're not with each other, even when we're not with our classmates, we can claim that promise that we can be strong, we can be courageous because we know that God is with us, no matter what else is going on. I hope that you claim that promise this summer. I hope that that was inspirational for you this school year. I know it was for me. It feels like the perfect promise, the perfect theme for this school year in a year that has been kind of protracted and kind of different, to have that as the thing that we claim. So thank you so much for all that you've done this school year. That we're so proud of everyone's accomplishments this year. 8th graders are going to graduate tonight, and we're excited about that. We're so proud of them as they move on. We celebrated the 8th graders and the kindergartners last night with honking our horns and waving to them as they came by the school and drove through the parking lot. We're so proud of all that you've done, and we're so thankful for the parents and the grandparents and all the other supporters that have helped us get through this crazy last part of the school year. Let's bow our heads, and we're going to pray, and we're going to talk about a few other things. Pray with me. Dear Father in heaven, thank you so much for all that you do for us. Thank you for all of the opportunities that you have given to all of our students, parents, teachers, staff, support, volunteers, all those people this school year. We have had a challenging year, but we are so appreciative of your protection and of your promises that we can read in the Bible. And we thank you for those words from Joshua to be strong and courageous, because we need to hear that right now. Be with us as we are apart right now. Be with us as we come back together at the beginning of next school year. Be with those that are moving on as they graduate or go to other schools. Please be with us all. In your name we pray. Amen. All right, before we get to birthdays, I have something else that I said that I was going to do today. I'm going to bend down here and grab it. This is the yearbook. The yearbook just showed up on Tuesday, I think it was. And so we're really excited that the yearbooks are here. I've looked through it. I haven't even shown anyone else yet, so I've been hoarding it in my office. But I wanted to mention a few things before I read the dedication. And the first one is that every student who is a student here this school year gets a yearbook. You have paid for it already in your registration fee. I got some questions about that from parents. So you don't have to pay for it because it's already been paid for. And the second thing I want to mention is how you get your yearbook. I will be here on Tuesday for people to drop off devices. Maybe you, and I mentioned devices in the email, but I also should mention that if you have textbooks that you need to turn in, you could also bring them on Tuesday from 8 to 10 in the morning, and again from 4 to 6 in the afternoon. And if you come at that time, I will get you your yearbook. We can't, we're probably not going to mail them out until we get as many people to come pick them up as possible, because that makes it a little bit easier. You get them a little quicker. Again, from 8 to 10 and 4 to 6 on Tuesday is your first opportunity to come and grab your yearbook. Each student, like I said, and teachers, faculty. All right, this year's dedication, and I will read here. If you can't hear, I'm going to try to keep this close to me as I read here. This year's yearbook is dedicated to Mrs. Nerva Joseph. Mrs. Joseph has been an amazing asset to EPA since joining the faculty in 2014. Mrs. Joseph is a fun teacher who likes to try new things, challenge her students, and take amazing field trips. Some of the students remember the etiquette class as their best memory. For some, it is learning about robotics or laughing in class at one of her crazy jokes. Students and teachers will never forget the way she poses for pictures, sometimes with a hip out and sometimes jumping high in the air. Her energy. This 2019-2020 yearbook is dedicated to you, Mrs. Joseph. Thanks for all you do. So, Mrs. Joseph didn't know that. Mrs. Joseph, this first yearbook right here is for you, and I'm going to give it to you later today. The rest of you can come on Tuesday and pick yours up, all right? Thank you. We're going to now sing to our birthdays. So, we're going to talk about how we're going to do that. I got to get my list. It is a long list. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to sing twice because when looking at the list this morning, I realized that we have quite a few students because the summer is a long time, but we also have quite a few staff, volunteers, and teachers. And so we're going to sing twice. We'll sing to, why don't we do our teachers and staff first, and then we'll sing to the students. But I got to tell you who they are so you can try to remember when we get to that part. Otherwise, it's going to be a solo by me. All right? It probably will be anyway, and that's okay. So we have, for summer birthdays of teachers and staff, etc., we have Miss Anderson, Mr. Langston, we'll just call him Mr. Bryan. How about that in our song? Okay. Miss Young, Mrs. Center, and Mr. Norm all have summer birthdays. So we'll do them in that order. Miss Anderson, Mr. Bryan, Miss Young, Mrs. Center, Mr. Norm. Got it? That's 5. I'm looking at you. You better get it. All right, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Miss Anderson, Mr. Bryan, Miss Young, Miss Center, and Mr. Norm. All right. Happy birthday to you. All right. Did you guys get that? Miss Anderson remembered.
That was good. I don't
Well
know about
done.
the students. What are there, 9 of them?
Yeah. We'll see how this next
Maybe
one
5
goes.
was my limit.
I think it's 9. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 9 summer birthdays. So those are people that have a birthday between now, this week, and the beginning of next school year. Okay, so that's August 10th. So anyone who has a birthday after August 10, we're going to sing to you next school year. So here we go. Are you ready, Miss Anderson?
Yes.
We have Nariah, Jada, Eliza, Asia, Odessa, Kingston, Julian, Nariah, and Violet. Both Nariahs have summer birthdays, okay? So the first one, Nariah Velasquez, her birthday is actually this weekend. It's like day after tomorrow.
Oh.
And then Nariah Martinez, her birthday's in July on Bastille Day, because that's a really well-known holiday.
Yeah, I
I'm
was
sure.
going to say.
Yeah, I mean, everyone knows
How did
July
you know
14 is Bastille Day. I mean, come on. So, we're going to list them again, all right? And maybe we'll do both Nariahs in a row. Would that make more sense?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to sing to both Nariahs in a row. So, Nariah, Jada, Eliza, Asia, Odessa, Kingston, Julian, and Violet.
Okay.
You got it?
Maybe.
'Cause
We'll
it's-
find out.
This is going to be great. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nariah, Jada, Eliza, Asia, Odessa, Kingston, Julian, Violet.
Woo!
Yes! Happy birthday to you. All right, wow.
When we got to Julian, I wasn't sure.
But Miss Anderson, that is impressive.
That was good.
Well
I'll forget all of
done.
them.
Well done. Okay, that is the end of our assembly, except for a couple quick things. I wanted to mention again our graduation. That is this evening. I can hear the echo of myself behind myself. This is nice. Our graduation is at 6:30 this evening, And so right where you stream this, it will be available to stream, okay? So the people that will be here will be graduates and their families and stuff. So we're not going to open it up to everyone to come to graduation, but you can watch it. And so you can watch it tonight starting at 6:30. And before we close, I just want to say that we miss you guys. We're going to miss you even more over the summer because at least this has felt like we've had some contact with you over the summer, but we're all needing a rest right now. I'm sure that you have been feeling pretty tired with all of the online learning is old. It's not the same as being in the classroom. The teachers I know have worked so hard and are tired and exhausted. And so we're thankful that the summer is here, but we're also more thankful of the promise of next school year when we can all be together again. Thank you so much for everything, and we love you and we miss you, and we'll see you next year. See you later.